What are our kids going to do for work? That's one of the questions that I'm getting asked most commonly, both by my clients and by people I'm meeting when I'm speaking. And of course, that's what we're worried about. We're worried about how this new, uncertain world is going to pan out for our kids. We've seen them already having to go through the pandemic. We've seen how that has affected them and how it's actually changed relationships with schools and confidence. So we're in a state where we're really worried about our children, and I'm as worried about my children as anybody else. I'm also lucky that I've spent 5 years teaching thousands of teenagers how to bring their ideas to life. And so I've been able to work with teenagers at their peak creativity because I was preparing them for this AI-first world of work that we've come into. And so I've got a view that actually we've got a decision to make. We've got a decision to make about what opportunities we give to young people and how we treat young people so that they can flourish in this world, and they can. I can tell you categorically that when we give young people the environment to flourish, they will. So, what are your kids going to do for work? Well, first of all, they can do anything they want to. They are limitless. What they're not necessarily going to be able to do is go onto a graduate program in a large consultancy and go up the pyramid structure of that consultancy in the way that you may have done, your friends may have done, and has been the historical way of seeing success through university onto that path. However, going and understanding who they are and bringing their unique value to the world, for me, seems like a really exceptional career to move into. So here are the practical things that they can do. The first thing is they can go and experience work by having entry-level opportunities. And the reason that there aren't that many entry-level opportunities right now is because the hiring managers have not had the headspace to actually take on these young people. So when you try and get apprenticeships into an organisation, it's really hard because they say, I might take one, because they're thinking about the amount of time they need to spend nurturing and mentoring these young people. Now, AI makes the cost of doing drop to zero. And that means that your hiring managers in every organisation start to have more headspace. And if you make the choices to prioritise entry-level opportunities for young people who are going to be humanly unique and bring their unique perspective and value to the organisation, because you're actually designing work to be more humane, where you bring AI and human uniqueness together to produce more value, well, then you're going to have more hiring managers with more headspace and more apprenticeships. And the same goes for work experience, the same goes for any entry-level opportunity. Combine that with the fact that that cost of doing dropping to zero allows our SMEs, which are 90% of our economy, to grow and create more opportunities where they probably will really benefit from that entry-level quality, creative talent that's uniquely human. So that's going to create more opportunities if we make the choices to make that happen. This is about choosing to build companies with natural intelligence rather than swallowing the doctrine of this silicon supremacy idea that AI is going to take over everything, because it's not. Now, the second part of this is that entrepreneurship and creating startups becomes more and more accessible, so that you have young people who can go and do whatever it is they want to do and create their future themselves. The difference between work and a job is that a job, you're assuming someone else is going to pay you to take that value from you. When you are working, you can work for yourself, you can create value, and you can actually be able to extract that value for yourself. We've just done a really terrible job of teaching young people how to bring their ideas to life so that they can go and have their own financial security in their careers at a national and international level. I'm lucky to have had 5,000 teenagers go through the Sherpa's experience and start to build those skills. So I've seen how actually easy it is to implement that, but at a national level, we're not yet doing that. And we need to accelerate that. And you have a choice to make. You can choose to ensure those opportunities exist. You can be choosing to ensure that your employer is going to go and support teaching young people entrepreneurship. And this is all about choice. This is why I'm such an AI optimist. This isn't about us having something happen to us. This is about our choices that we make about building the tomorrow that we want to live in and we want our kids to live in. So I really invite you to come and join me as an AI optimist, where we actually make the decisions to make the tomorrow that we all want to live in.